Welcome to the kingdom. Welcome to the kingdom. All right, brothers. All right. Welcome to the kingdom. Salute to the kings in the kingdom of Ray. I appreciate y'all being here, man. We are back again doing our thing. I told y'all, man, we were going to get to the point. I told you it was coming. Took me a minute, but I told you we were going to start, man, riding through daily on this King Ray, man. Let's get it. SJ3, my brother, Harlem World. I see you. Markel, what's good, young brother? The Money Boys, always on time, always on the grind. Royalty, what's good, man? I saw Dickie in here earlier. The Diamond Shop was in here earlier. Miami Soldier was in here. Baby Boy was in here too, man. All right, man. So, the Money Boys, salute. Appreciate the $5 super sticker, brother. Appreciate the support. Famo, salute. See you in the building, man. The brother D. Flim is in the building. Spiritual Alpha also in the building, man. Let's get it, people. No more time. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. All right. I don't know if I like the way that I look kind of dark in the picture, man, but we'll roll with it. I don't like it though. Let me see. I don't like that, man. Let me fix that. Let me make an adjustment here to the camera, man. I don't like that at all. That ain't look. All right, let's try that. Let's try that one, brother. We'll try that one right quick. See how that one work out for us. Let's see. We'll work with that one. I can work with that one and post a little bit better. Let me see. Yeah, we'll work with that one. I kind of like that one. It's unique, look a little different. All right, brother. So the topic today is 8 reasons you can't find joy and happiness. Now, many of us, we act like we found joy and we found happiness, but what we found is a way to pacify ourselves and make ourselves not think about joy and happiness. We can buy things, we can go places, we can surround ourselves with people that will make us forget that we don't have joy because fun has become the modern replacement for joy. The problem is joy, once you get it, you can maintain it forever. Fun, you have to recreate it because you can't just have fun all day, every day. You can have joy all day, every day, but not fun. And so we find ourselves going out here chasing resources so we can recreate fun over and over. Because here's the thing: if you create fun for $100, that'll last for a while. Eventually, the $100 fun ain't fun no more. You need $500 fun. Then so on and so forth. You keep going until you need 6-figure fun. And then you're chasing more and more and more money so you can have 7-figure fun. The entire time, you're doing all that chasing, all that wasting, and all that replacing, and you're still not finding joy. And that's why millionaires sometimes don't live long, because you are trying to find a way to circumvent the fact that you don't even know what your joy is. Most of us have no definition of what joy even means to us. We don't know how to define happiness to ourselves. We see other people that we think are happy and we want what they have because we think they're happy. Whether they're happy or not doesn't matter. We think they're happy, so we want what they have. We think they're happy, so we want to live where they live. We think they're happy, so we want to drive what they drive. We think they're happy, so we want to be in whatever religion they're in. We think they're happy, so we want the same kind of spouse they got. See, you can only think someone is happy. Only a person knows if they're happy or not. No one on this planet knows if I'm happy except me. And it's the same principle when you're looking at other people. So the problem with that is, since most of us have no definition of what makes us happy, we look to people. In our conscious mind, we're looking to people that we think will make us happy, will help with our happiness, will enhance our happiness. When in reality, what we're doing, we're looking for people to make us happy. You ever heard that saying? I just want somebody to make me happy. I just want somebody to make me happy. My husband make me happy. My wife make me happy. Nobody makes you happy. Either you're happy or you aren't. Happiness is something you have to already come to the equation with. Let me tell you something. No person on this planet has ever been made happy by someone else. Because none of us has any happiness to share. We don't have enough happiness to go around. When you find your own happiness, man, you ain't got no happiness to share. You ain't got no joy to share. You are a joy to the world simply because you are a joyous person, but you ain't got no joy to say, let me see. I've got about 8 cylinders of joy here. I think I might be able to spare you maybe a cylinder and a half. No, joy is too hard to come by. So when you get it, people are happy to be around you, but they perceive that you make them happy. No, they are just getting a glimpse of what their lives could be and when they find their own happiness. So when people come around you and they feel that happiness, they try to latch on to you. Why? Because subconsciously they want to drain your happiness. And then sometimes consciously they want to drain your happiness. Sometimes people come around you with the intent of draining your happiness. But anyone who's around you has the potential to drain your happiness, whether they intend to or not. It's just a part of the human existence to see something that looks good, sounds good, feels good, is good, and you want some of it. Even if you can't create it on your own, you'll take some of what's available. And if you don't understand happiness, you don't even understand that you're draining someone's happiness or you're becoming a burden to someone or you're taking a toll on someone's joy and happiness. But until you find it yourself and then you see the other people try to take advantage of yours, try to take a little piece of yours, try to be a detriment to yours, whether consciously or subconsciously. Only I can make me happy, happy. Only you can make you happy. That's real. Only you can make you happy. Only I can make me happy. And that's enough of a battle than if you're trying to make somebody else happy. It's an exercise in futility for you to get drawn into the trap of trying to make somebody happy. It's a trap, man. And here's another thing. When you look for people to make you happy, they get to define your happiness. They get to claim your happiness. When you tell someone, you make me happy, they get to claim your happiness. Well, you weren't happy before you met me. I'm the one responsible for your happiness. You owe me your life because I make you happy. Who are you going to let define your happiness for you? Who are you going to let tell you that this is the thing that should make you happy? You got people that live their entire lives, man. They live their lives. They live for years, man. Some people live and die without ever doing that thing that brings them joy. Whatever that is. See, here's the thing. You ain't got to answer to me. I ain't got to answer to you. We got to answer to the Most High. That's the thing. At the end, you don't know what he's going to say about you because none of us is without sin. So you might as well do your best to live the life that brings you joy. Not the life that makes you feel good, or the life that's fun, or the life that sounds good, or the life that tastes good, or the life that looks good. I'm talking about the life that brings you joy, internal joy, where every day you wake up with joy in your heart because this is the life you have. That's the ultimate goal. That is the ultimate goal. King Abraham, SJ3, Markel, I see y'all in here, man. When someone is responsible for your happiness, they can take it. They take it with them when they leave. I don't want nobody to make me happy. That means I got to keep that person around me for the rest of my life. No matter what happens, if that person makes me happy, if my happiness is dependent on that person, if my happiness is reliant on that person's presence in my life, guess what I got to do? I got to keep them around. No matter what else they do, I got to keep them around anyway. See, the problem is, man, too many of us are pursuing things that aren't for us. Somebody over there can be doing something successfully. But it's that thing for you. No. But too many of us are pursuing things that we see other people pursue. You know how many people have pursued a career for 20 years and then they get in it for 10 years? They wasted 30 years only to realize that's not the career they want to be in, and now they're miserable. And now they got to start over again. And you know what they go back to? The thing they should have been doing in the first place. Never let anybody steal your joy by telling you the thing you're doing is not your thing and then go make you do something else. How many of you were striving to be something that your parents told you, no, you should go get this education in this. You should go over here. You should go over there. How many people, how many of you did that? How many of you are in a situation now, in a career choice now that somebody else chose for you? How many of you are living in the city now, living in the state now that somebody else chose for you? How many of you have a degree now or pursuing a degree now that somebody else chose for you? How many of you are with a mate now or about to be with a mate or were with a mate that somebody else chose for you? Tell us how miserable that made you or is making you right now. When you settle, you are simply saying, I don't deserve that thing that is for me, so I'll take this. Oh, that's for me over there? Oh, no, that's too big for me. I don't want that. I better stay over here where I am. Everything out there that's yours is you. You're big enough for it. You deserve it. It was made for you to go get. That's your thing. Why you going to leave it over there for somebody else to get? Go get it. It belongs to you. You were born for that. Go over there and get it. When we talk about wasting potential, you waste potential when you don't go get that thing that belongs to you. That thing is your potential. That thing is potentially yours. Go get it. You're wasting your potential. You're wasting your ability. You're wasting your motivation. You're wasting your reason for procreation. You're wasting your reason for being here because you don't want to go over there and get that thing that belongs to you because somebody told you you don't deserve it. You will never be able to define what makes you joyous if you let other people define what you ought to be doing. Trust me, they'll come back around when you do that thing you're supposed to be doing and it becomes successful. They'll come back around. They will say, man, I'm glad you stuck with your thing, but you wasn't glad when I was sticking with it. You will be called a fool. You will be called an idiot. You will be called someone who should be listening to wise counsel. They will throw Bible scriptures at you and tell you that you're doing the opposite of what God said do. You're not attaining to wise counsel. You're not heeding the commandments of your father and mother. You're not doing any of that. Well, this ain't your commandment. This come from my spirit man. My spirit man say I need to be over there. My spirit man say, hey, Father, come over here, man. Joy is over here for us. Why are you going to let somebody control your joy when they can't give you joy? Why are you going to let somebody tell you where to go to get happiness when they can't give you happiness? How are you going to let somebody tell you where you need to go to get yours when they ain't even got theirs? FUD man, salute. Appreciate the dime, man. Appreciate the dime representing the GLG, the kingdom. Salute to you, brother. Hey, listen, man. Anybody out there, man? Y'all know y'all listening, man. If you want to be in this live chat, go to the main channel page on the King Ray Show channel. Next to the subscribe button, you'll see a join button. Go ahead in there and join, man. Come in here with us, man. Let's make this the biggest, best live chat on this particular platform, man, because we come in here, man, and we bring all the smoke. We bring all the smoke. Come with your plate, come with your fork and utensil, but you ain't got to buy no food, cause we smoking in here, man. We smoking in here. Again, salute, man. Just paying tuition. Appreciate you, bro. Salute, brother. Appreciate you as well. See, the simple things in life are what we take for granted. But joy is a simple thing. When you take the simple things in life for granted, you are telling joy, stay over there. Let me go over here to the complicated life. Let me go over here and work hard and got to learn something. That thing you're supposed to be doing, you ain't got to learn it. It's in you already. What's my purpose? What's in you? What's that thing you want to do? What's that thing you want to do? What's that thing you know you ought to be doing? What's that thing you know you were built for? What's that thing you the best at? What's that thing you better than the rest at? Your joy is lost in your battle to be accepted by society. Your race to chase societal norms is where your joy is lost, because joy is not normal in society. Most people don't have it. Most people can't find it. Most people wouldn't know happiness if it knocked on the door and said, "Hello, I'm happiness." They'd be like, "No, you ain't happiness now. You don't look like happiness to me." Most people wouldn't know joy if they woke up in the morning and joy is laying in the bed with them. "Who are you?" "I'm joy." "No, you're not. Get out of my bed. Get out of here." Society tells you that you should struggle. Society tells you that you should work really hard to listen. Working hard to build yourself, working hard to build your dream, working hard to build your future is totally different from working hard to even learn what you're supposed to be doing in the future. You know how much time it takes to learn what you're supposed to be doing? Especially if you're learning everything except learning how to embrace the thing that's already in you. Ask yourself why you can't embrace the thing that's already in you. Why you can't grab your joy by the horn. They say grab the bull by the horns. I say grab your joy by the horns. They say put your best foot forward. I say put your best joy forward. BOA says build yourself into the most alpha version of yourself. King Ray Ray says build yourself into the most joyous version of yourself. I mean, they're one and the same, but I got to do anything to separate the two names in the game. You understand? I got to do that. But you get what I'm saying? When you take the simple things in life for granted, you overlook the small steps. The small steps are simple things. The big, grandiose wins, those are the things that everybody's looking at. But when you overlook the small, that's why most people can't get to where they need to be. They can't focus on being where they need to be. They don't even know where they need to be. They don't even care where they need to be because they're too busy overlooking the small things. And when you overlook the small things, you see the end result, but not the steps to get there. Imagine you got to go on the roof of the house and there's a letter there with no rungs on it. You see the letter, you see the two letter posts on the side, but there are no rungs on the letter. How you going to climb a ladder with no rungs on it, man? How you going to walk up a flight of stairs that ain't got nothing but guardrails on it? All it got is the rails. What you going to do, swing up there like a monkey? That what you going to do? It ain't got no stairs on it. Their stairs are there. You just overlooking them. You too busy looking up at the top instead of looking at the small things. You got to look at the small things, man. Let me tell y'all something. I'm an avid bird watcher. And just watching birds, they are some of the most amazing things, man, that you will ever see. They're small, but I mean, by and large, most of them are small. But when you see them, when you watch birds, guess what you realize? You realize the sometimes symbiotic relationship between birds and insects. See, if I wasn't watching birds, I wouldn't know half of the things I know about insects because I was watching the birds. But those small things, while I'm watching the birds, I got to remember I'm watching these birds, enjoying these birds, recording these birds, getting these wonderful bird pictures because of those insects. Those insects feed those birds. Those insects take things away from those birds' nests that they don't need in it. You got to remember that you can't ever get too big that you can't look at the small things. You can't ever get too big that you can't look at the small people. And that means even if you're a small person, that means even if your life is a small thing. Because I'm going to be honest with you, let's not sit here and fake like a better life. Your life don't get better and you look back at your past life like it was small. Yes, it was a stepping stone. But here's the thing about a stepping stone. The stepping stone only gets you to the boulder. The stepping stone ain't going to never be the boulder. So you got to stop focusing on the boulder and focus on the stepping stone. That's why in sports they have training camps. The championship at the end of the season don't matter how well you perform in this camp. That's what matters. This camp, this training camp, this spring training, this is going to be what makes us a championship contender from day one. You don't suddenly become a championship. You ain't never seen a team start out with 50 straight losses, come up and win a championship. You ain't gonna never see it. That team didn't do well on the small things. And by the time you start building with the small things that aren't good, before you get to the top of the house, you can't put the roof on the house, man, where you've been doing a bad job putting the rest of the house together. But before you get to the roof, you can have some structural problems. Your life is that house. Take your time, lay your foundation. Your foundation is your relationship with God. That is your foundation. That is the foundation that you must build on. Because here's the thing, what you need on your journey to success, to your journey to peace, on your journey to joy is self-validation. You need to be validated internally, because if you're going to validate yourself by money, guess what? In the beginning, you ain't got no money. If you're going to validate yourself by popularity, guess what? In the beginning, you ain't got no popularity. If you're going to validate yourself by your ability to get a proper mate, guess what? In the beginning, you can't get a proper mate. If you're going to validate yourself by other people's respect and other people's belief in you, guess what? In the beginning, you ain't gonna have nobody believing in you. So you got to develop a relationship with God just so you can have the internal validation that is gonna lead you to the peace of mind that makes the obstacles not be insurmountable. That's only one way to assure that you ain't gonna buckle under the pressure. There's only one way to be sure that the hard times ain't gonna get you down. There's only one way to be sure that when the temptation that can knock you off your path comes, you're gonna be able to resist it. And that's by developing a relationship with God, man, so you can have that internal validation. Internal validation comes from knowing that God is connected to your spirit. That's the only internal validation. There's a bunch of external validation, but the only internal validation is to connect with God. Your relationship with God is that's the crux. Not only the crux, that's the crux, that's the crutch, that's the influx into your internal validation. You must believe in you when nothing outside of you says you should. Everybody else can only see the outside of you, so you got to believe in you when no one does. You got to believe you're going to do it. You got to know you're going to do it. You got to show you're going to do it. Hey, man, let me tell you something. Don't you ever let nobody tell you that a strong relationship with God won't help you make it through. As a matter of fact, won't lead you through, guide you through, carry you through even. Too much wishful thinking and fantasizing out here. Too much wishful thinking. Well, it's going to get better one day. No, it ain't going to get better when you make it better. Well, somebody going to look out for me. No, they ain't. They ain't going to look out for you until they see you look out for yourself. Let me tell you something. People who have already done it don't want to help you do it until you already doing it. See what I'm saying? Somebody on level 10 ain't going to help you on level 1, but they see you make it to level 6, they might help you. They might give you some advice because they see at level 6, you might make it to level 10. At level 1, it's hit or miss. You got to start first. You got to build that relationship with God that's going to give you that internal validation that you need to have the strength, the spiritual strength to look at yourself in the mirror and say, you not only you can do this, but you are going to do this. I never tell myself, you can do it. I tell myself, you got this. You going to do this. Let's go get it. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear no, it's possible. I don't want to hear you might do it. No, let's go get it. Let's go get it. That's all I want to hear. If we're worrying about anything else, all we're doing is wasting our precious time. See, you got to understand the ease of being a follower versus the difficulty of being a leader. Now, when I say be a leader, I don't mean being a leader of the world. I mean being a leader of yourself. That the difficulty of being a follower versus being the leader of yourself is the telltale sign of whether you're gonna make it or you're gonna fake it. That's it. When you look around and you see people who have made good in their particular industry, in their particular field, in their particular profession, when you see people who have made well, made good, done well, they decided they were going to be a leader of themselves. Everybody trying to be a leader of the world. Okay, well, how about you lead yourself? Lead yourself well enough where you don't get sidetracked by people telling you that you can't do it. Lead yourself where you don't get sidetracked by people telling you nobody's ever done it. Why would you want to try that? Lead yourself through when people try to tell you, well, I tried that before. It was hard. I made it this far, but then I had to give it up. I don't know. You might not make it. I don't want you to go through what I went through. Well, I ain't going to go through what you went through because I believe in me. I got a relationship with God that gives me internal validation. I ain't going to never quit. Why? Because my internal validation said it might happen when I'm 75 years old. I don't care. If I'm living when I'm 75, I still get to see the finish line. I don't care when I make it to the finish line. Hey, man, you might have made it to the finish line when you were 21. You might have made it to the finish line when you were 26. You might have made it to the finish line when you were 29. I don't care when I make it to the finish line. My finish line is further away than yours. You can make it to the finish line much as you want to. If we running a race, I'm running a marathon and you're doing a 100-meter sprint, guess what? You're going to get to the finish line way before me. By the time I get to the finish line, you already got your medals and went home. But guess what? When I get to my finish line, I'm still going to get my medals. We ain't running the same race. Society would have you believe that we're all running the same race, but we're not all running the same race. We're not all running the same pace. We're not all running in the same place. When you don't have the internal validation that comes from having a strong relationship with God, the main thing that happens is you don't set realistic goals. You don't set goals at all. You don't set goals because you don't have the controls that it takes to navigate the life that it takes, the road that it takes, the travel that it takes, the path that it takes to get to those goals. Why? Because it takes three things. It takes that relationship with God, give you that internal validation. It's going to take that. It takes that desire to be only that thing. You got to have a desire to be only, man, you got to have a desire to be that thing or nothing. We ain't talking about, well, if I can't do that, I'll do this. Nope. You got to have that. You got to have that. And the third thing you got to have, and this is a good one, you got to believe that you deserve it. You got to believe that you deserve it. Many people don't get what they're supposed to get because they don't believe they deserve it. They're right there on the precipice of getting that thing. And then they just quit. Because they never really believed they deserved it in the first place. You got to believe that you deserve it. You can't achieve it if you don't believe it. You can't achieve it, you can't receive it unless you believe it. So, 8 reasons you can't find joy and happiness. Number 1, most of you have no definition of what happiness is. You don't know what happiness is. You look at everybody else and try to base your happiness on what you think is making them happy, only to find out that what you think making them happy ain't making them happy. It's just a cover up so that you won't know they ain't happy. No one owes you any happiness, and no one owes you the assistance to make you happy. Also, remember, no one deserves to define your happiness, nor what path you need to take to get to it. Number 2, many of us are pursuing things that simply aren't for us. And when things aren't for you, you aren't equipped to enjoy and or appreciate those things. If it's not for you, the ride to get there, the road to get there, you'll never be able to experience that because you'll quit before you get to it. Nobody's going to see anything that's not meant for them through to the end. They're not going to see it. You may get a degree, you may get into a field, but if you quit that field or never do it again, you didn't see it through to the end. Seeing something through to the end, that's how you get to the finish line. That's how you know what the end of that thing looks like. You got to do it, just do it until you can't do it no more. That's the finish line. The finish line is when you stop. when you tear through that tape, that's the finish line. Number three, you take the simple things in life for granted. And when you do that, you lose the joy. You lose the joy in getting to those things. You lose the joy in enjoying the steps, enjoying the progress of process, the process of progress. You lose those things because you're so caught up in societal norms and fitted into societal norms and impressing society and doing what society dictates to you equals success or joy or happiness. Number four, you watch too much trick box. In other words, you watch too much TV. Let me tell you what TV does, man. TV makes you an emotional wreck. The more TV you watch, the more emotional you become. Let me tell y'all how crafty this device is. You can be watching something. You know it's fake. You know they're actors. You know it's a movie. But you can watch it and be pulled into an emotional space. You can watch a movie and be pulled to anger watching something that ain't even real. You can be pulled to sadness watching something that ain't even real. You can be pulled to fake joy watching something that ain't even real. I want y'all to think about that. Number five, too much wishful thinking and fantasizing. You're too busy thinking about what you want to do instead of actualizing how to do it. You're too busy fantasizing about what the finish line look like instead of running the race. They already sounded the takeoff gun, pow. And now you standing right here. You ain't even running. You're saying, oh man, boy, I wonder what that finish line ribbon gonna look like. I just love to tattoo that ribbon. I wonder my mama gonna be there at the end to hug me. What about my girlfriend? You know what? I hope my dog there too. I like my dog there. Man, crossing that finish line and sticking my chest out and man, I bet that's fun. Everybody that's running the race, they not already lap you one time. And instead of running a race, you sitting there talking. Number five, you don't understand the ease of being a follower versus the difficulty of being a leader of yourself. See, when you're following someone as yourself. So when you lead yourself, you got to be a leader of yourself. And many of you are skipping over that part. You're skipping the fact that you got to focus so much on what you need to be doing that you can't follow nothing else because you ain't looking at it that much. Number seven. Number seven. You don't have a relationship with God, so you don't have the internal validation that leads to peace of mind. The type of peace of mind is necessary for you to make it through the battle, the struggle, the grind of going to where you want to go because it doesn't become insurmountable to you because you got peace of mind. No matter how hard it is, you got peace of mind. You might not have enough food to fill yourself up, but you got enough to not be hungry. You got peace of mind. Peace of mind is priceless. And the number eight thing, you don't set realistic goals. And you don't set realistic goals because you don't know who you are. You don't know where you're supposed to be. And you don't believe you deserve what God has for you. You don't believe you deserve the blessing that God has for you out there already. And I want y'all men to keep in mind one thing. You deserve it. But you got to work for it. You got to focus on it. You got to block out all the noise. And you got to get to the grindstone, man. All right, man. I appreciate y'all being in the joint. Another great King Ray Ray show, man. Another great King Ray Ray podcast, man. You know we will be back in here again tomorrow, man. Same time, same station. I appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. Champ, welcome to the Green Label Gang. Welcome to the Kingdom of Ray. Salute to all the kings in the kingdom. SJ3, Famo. Salute. Appreciate y'all being in the building, man. Y'all put God first. Keep grinding and growing and living and showing that God is good. God is great. Peace.